probably because we see, like, would you say these Ryan draws a band? But yeah, Volconetti, everyone is playing 2 times green at least. I think we have only one guy not playing double green, which is the chain that almost in the bottom. And therefore, we have one guy, which is Teufelsfurz. Everyone who knows German knows this name is kind of interesting. But he has even 3 times green. So incredibly much green on the side of Bandits, and then a ton of gold with Hussars and Shield Maidens mostly. So incredible setup. And on the other side, Kermit, double Falconettis, then some Couteliers of course, Flames, a ton of Modaus. Oh, so many Modaus. I think it's 8 Modaus. Then we have some Shield Maidens, and then of course Sealets, Imperial Pikes, and the rest normal units we are used to see. But will those Modaus be enough to stop? I think it's 8 times Hussars, 9 times Hussars. I have no idea at all. That one is going to be interesting. I mean, so much green, double green, and then double gold all over the border. I'm not sure. I have something in the back of my mind. I think we have seen Bandits do this last week as well. Not exactly that composition, but double gold, double green. I think it was Bandits doing that. I can't tell you 100% sure, but I think they've done it before. And I think it didn't work out too good for them. So let's see how it will work this time. So that's just something I can barely remember in the back of my mind. So don't judge me on that one. Bandits in the attack, Kermit in the defense. Kermit already some heroes here walking into the gate. They are coming out, cavalry straight out of the gate. 3 units, 4 units of cav, 5 units of cav out of the gate. Now a 6th one. 6 units of cav made it out the gate. 3 to the left, 3 to the right. Where are those going? That's just only Couteliers, I think. And Bandits in the attack. Do they have the anti-cav for that? Oh, Modaus are on the supply, getting rid of most of those cavalry units. So the right side is cleared, but the left hand side, look at the amount of cavalry still roaming around outside here. That's just a ton. Cavalry from Bandits trying to get rid of the cav from Kermit. I mean, Bandits, they have a ton of cavalry. I think we had like 9 times Hussars, but then also a ton of Couteliers. So yeah, Bandits should be fine. We see some Demons, Arquebusiers here outside the gate, trying to get that cavalry, but not succeeding to do so. Completely wiped. Sadly, didn't work the way Kermit hoped for that unit of Arquebusiers. Arbalests to work, of course not Arquebusiers. But I mean, we still have some Falconetti sitting inside the gate, inside the city, and making sure to get rid of those towers. And I can already see here the left-hand siege tower being low, the middle one already destroyed, or at least not moving now. I didn't really see the destroy. And the right-hand one also on 1 HP, so that one will be dealt with quite quickly. But will this one be able to land? Maybe, potentially going to the walls, being protected. One hero jumps down, immediately dealt with, and that's the tower at the walls. Kermit not succeeding to defend against those towers, and that's a massive impact here onto that round. Bandits now able to get on the walls. The right hand siege tower got destroyed, the middle one still not moving here, and oh my goodness, now the middle one is moving. You can see it on the minimap moving, but that's such an upset for Kermit here. They have invested 2 times Falconetti and didn't succeed to destroy those 2 towers. I mean, it's not the worst one to land, but it's definitely not the best one to have there as well. Because right now, I think the best to have landed would be the right one that they got rid of. Because this one is kind of trap open, you don't have too much room to maneuver around. You have this one tower on the left, a small one, where you can see the sealets hide. And you can try to dodge the traps, but it's very trap open, while I would say the right one next to the A point would be only access to the A point, and you could defend it from a trap safe spot. So yeah, not too great for Kermit. I could even imagine a fall back here. There we go, him falling back. That's exactly what we are seeing here. All the units running away. Tower will land at the walls, and like that, Kermit just wasted a ton of time. But with A and B, we should go up to 8 or 9 minutes at the end of the B capture. Let's see how much time exactly is being given by the A point. We are already in our 7th match today, and I still have no idea how much time A gives. I mean, we only had it 5 times captured yet, so this will be the 6th, 8th A point capture here. Units from Bandits immediately into the city. One hero from Kermit not falling back quickly enough, and that will just be a clean wipe. Or will it? Kermit, they are coming out. They are fighting back. Cavalry straight into all of the units. Shield mains against shield mains. A lot of charges. Flames even. On the ground, I see a unit of green red and round shields here coming from the back. Trap not on point, and that sally out from Kermit is massive. It looked like Kermit was leaving one behind, not really paying attention, but that one hero was such a massive bait. Perfectly positioned there, beautiful to engage on, and Kermit with a massive sally out, getting this opening fight into their favor. Bandits already losing a ton of units, and like that, Kermit definitely in the unit lead. They still have 44 units less tier 5, but they are in the lead in tier 4 and tier 3 with 130 more tier 4 and 150 more tier 3, even though they are down by 240 units in tier 2. So I think all those green units lost from Bandits, not too much of a deal there, but in the end, every single unit counts, and we have seen, for example, Leftover Smurfs doing incredible things with those green units, so all those green units lost here will still be painful for Bandits. Supply point is captured. Bandits are looking for an entry point here to the C point supply or the C point itself. All the units moving up. I see a ton of, I think, shield mains. There should be shield mains there. So 4 units of shield mains, 5 units of shield mains, maybe 6. That's a heavy investment in those. If they can work together perfectly, they will just deal massive damage. I could also see them, though, just die to some CC and stuff like that. But look at this. Shield mains are just going in immediately, wiping those shields. Oh, but the flames from above, the incendiary archers, it is from the top shooting into them. Massive CC, but look at the shield mains taking control over the supply point, going into the back of the defense, and that flank is massive. 4 units of shield mains, you can't really stop them. Red and pikemen with that, and Bandits, they are wiping Kermit from that supply point. Kermits have no chance. They didn't want to let Bandits go up the stairs and set up correctly, and they are paying the price for it. Bandits, perfect fight here, getting control over this supply point, probably very soon to capture it. Only one dual blade on it, blocking it again and again. Massive dodges here with the invisibility. Beautifully done from the dual blade, being supported now with some more heroes. C point under some pressure as well, but oh my goodness, Solyang and Marcus Opsy on the supply. One dies now, but there's still the other one. Dual blades just so strong blocking that supplies. C point also blocked. Trap not hitting anything. The Modell's not really in a good position there, but I mean, we can see here clearly Bandits are still on the upper hand. They are in control of this one, and they are just slowly getting more and more control. And I feel like Kermit, you can see it on the top of the walls here, they are not willing to commit outside. They are just committing to the inner side. They are going to the endpoint, and there won't be much more. As I say this, there's cavalry coming. Even more cavalry coming to that supply point. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Kermit, the team in blue, taking back some control. I see some flames here on the top being charged at by hussars, but they are still alive. But in a tricky spot here, I don't see them anymore. Where did the flames go? They are at the supply point, I think, but in quite some trouble. Here we go, flames in, beautiful calf stop. Next cavalry also going into the flames. So the flames, just beautiful job there. Not too many left of them, but they have just done massive things here. And the unit numbers are so even here. Next flames here once again. Beautiful anti-cav player of the flames, massive value. And I mean, that is just playing those Siphonarioi to perfection. Just using them as anti-cav. He didn't even need too much anti-cav there. He just was it himself. But we can see here some hussars on the right hand side of your screen. Going up the stairs. Where are they going? Are they going to the supply? Oh my goodness, that's a massive amount of hussars, and some of them even going to the endpoint. So that's two points of attack here for the bandits. They are trying to get the supply point, and they are trying to go to the endpoint, but I don't know how much they can achieve on the endpoint. Still flames left on that supply. That's such a massive play here from the flame player. And I mean, the hussars, they are just being stopped once again. Flames are so on point. Oh my god, those flames, silent warrior playing them so well. And next unit of hussars just straight into the Modaus. No chance of survival, and that's only 3 minutes 30 left. And Kermit in quite some control here. Trap, will it hit? It got, I think, maybe one of the flames, maybe not. At least one is still alive because I can see the icon, but those flames are being traded out. 3 minutes 10 seconds left, 3 minutes 15 seconds, and Kermit still in control of that supply point. Unit trade is good for Kermit. They are in the lead in tier 5. 50 units lead here at that point is massive. Then even on tier 4, a bit in the lead on tier 3, and only down on tier 2, which will not be too much of a problem at that point, because C point is still not captured at all. Only slightly touched here by the bandits. Kermit still holding strong onto the C point, and I feel like bandits, they have to make this one quick. They have to push from different directions to make sure they get the C point and then can immediately go to the end point. But right now you can see it here, not too much left. Some hussars are left, some shields. They still have one of the doppelsoldners, they still have some couturiers, but how do you want to break through? Where's your damage output? The shield mains would be so necessary here now to get rid of the Modaus. They are going in with some pikes, with the shields, and the ability of the doppelsoldners, but it's not enough. The cavalry was already charging, ability not interrupting the cavalry charge. Falconettis from the top shooting in, and that's Modaus being charged at by cavalry will not work here this time, and will almost never work. But I mean, Modaus, they are quite low here unit count wise, but you can see here on the top time tickling down, and also units 218 to 280 to 190 is not the best trade here. One unit of shield main still left for the dual blade here. Will it do something? No. 2 times sergeants with spear supported by some Moretan pikemen are absolutely enough. Trap into the middle here. Kokos will die from it. Also some Luxing pikemen, but in the end that trap will also not deal too much damage. And 1 minute left. I don't see any chance for the bandits to come back from that. Cavalry coming up those stairs, going around the corners, looking for an entry point. Is there an anti-cav? I see Modaus not bracing. They were still running around. So those Modaus were braced too late. But still, Cavalry didn't really manage to break through. C point, still a point of action here. So everything done on the endpoint is not meaningful at all. One unit of Hussars now being met by Modaus and Imperial Pikes. Those won't reach the C point at all. And only 20 seconds left. That's just GG's here. Cavalry from the attack trying to do anything here, but they can't even kill those heroes. Dual Blade will be finished off quite quickly, as well as the Poleaxe here. And the Glaive trying to get in as well, but that's only a few seconds left. And like that, GG's, well played. Bandits sadly didn't quite get the C point. They're very, very close, but good job to Kermit, holding on to C, falling back at one point, coming back and wiping Bandits from it. Bandits MVP is the Chain Dart, the one hero we have seen not bringing double green is now the MVP. Should that say us something? Probably a reason for it, but maybe he's just the best player. He's probably, at least that one was, that performance was the best of his team. Otherwise he wouldn't be up there. 2 hero kills from him, 128 unit kills, 1.4k troop kill score. And then we have Shirano here in the bottom with 7 hero kills and 164 unit kills, so also massive performance from him. And I would also point out Nomas 2 spots below him with 167 unit kills on 1.48k troop kill score, because also he did quite good here in that match. But we can take a look at the other side. Kermit with the MVP, Alco Freebus. I feel like we have this name up there a lot of times, with 4 hero kills and 138 troop kill score, 1k 138 troop kills and 1k troop kill score. Most heroes killed of his team is Salyang with 10, which is just such a high number here. 10 heroes killed, massive performance from him, and like that I think we can have a look at the post-battle analysis to figure out where things broke apart for Bandits. And yeah, I feel like that's just, it was a constant fight, we can see it here, but you can see the first fight was just devastating. The one falling for the bait, Bandits just tried to get the one hero, paid the price for it, more than probably 300 units lost there. That's just all green, but still a hefty loss, and from that they didn't really recover. I think that was the game changer. I mean, in the end we can see just one more spike where the defense didn't lose almost anything and Bandits still lost a lot more, but I think that one fight was really game changing, because 300 units more tier 2, I think they would have had it. Bandits, they were so close to it, but that bait, oh my goodness, that was massive. Heroes killed, not too much of a difference, 34 to 49, usually we see bigger differences, but I mean that fight itself was also, that match was really close, and I think that's just what we have seen here. Artillery destroyed, yeah, okay, of course. I was thinking it's artillery deployed. That's what I read first, and I was like, how? Nah, destroyed. Okay. Is exactly the same as before. It feels like we have only Bandits Teufelsfurz not going for 3 times green, but only 1 time green this time around, and that's just all the difference I can see here, it feels like. We have also Chain on the bottom. I have no idea how to say his name, but he is 2 times green now, not only 1 time, even though he was the MVP, so chaining things up even though he was the MVP. Curious why you would do that, but of course defense works different than the attack. Nothing in special units here. No flames, nothing. On the other side, we have 2 times flames. We have a ton of Modaus once again. And I feel like Bandits going for that much cavalry. They will sally out, definitely, and I feel like Kermit is not ready for it. Only 1 unit of Mudaos in there, a ton of cavalry though. But, oh my goodness, that much cavalry against that much Mudaos, it will never work. I can just almost clearly tell you it's not going to work. I would be happy if I'm wrong. Maybe I just cast a curse that one, but I feel like that's just such a hefty commitment to cavalry, and the other side has so many anti-cav units. How are you possibly getting the better trade there? Of course, the sally out could work out in their favor. Maybe they are getting some good trades where no modals are or something. But yeah, I mean, it will be tough. And I can already tell you there's so much cavalry here, but there's no sally out coming. Trap already being called to the gate, but there is no sally out coming. The camels already there, and I mean, the sally out should come now, or it will come never. And like that, yeah, we are still waiting for the opening of frags here. Of course, cannons on the walls trying to get rid of some of the attackers' units. We see already some green pikes on the right side standing close to the walls, maybe ready to climb up, but probably not. Some cavalry here right side of the gate roaming around, making sure nobody gets out. And then we got the bandits here in the back fighting already one of Kermit's dual blades. That goes down, goes up immediately again. Oh my goodness, really risky play here from the dual blade, but he will stay on the ladder, not going up at all. And like that, safe escape for him. 2 cannons still shooting here on top, getting rid of some more units from Kermit. One of them being destroyed by the musket, but one's still there. And at the moment, Kermit is not really making a move. Of course, towers not at the walls yet, and they are still waiting for the towers to reach the walls. And I can tell you here, bandits, as they are sending back their last units, they will just send back their heroes as well and fall back to the sea point into the safety. Kermit still waiting for the towers to arrive at the walls, and with them they will be able to push on. Cavalry being traded out, bandits going for infantry based setup, and I kinda like they didn't sally out, but in the end I still don't like the amount of cavalry they are bringing to the field here, they are bringing to this fight. And with the amount of Mudaos I can already see here on the map from Kermit, it will be hard to get some value with the cavalry. Trap is hitting some of those pikes. Not too much of a deal, but still some damage dealt. And that's just always what you like to see, because you can't really use all 15 traps in the middle of pushes, so you have to get some value with traps outside pushes. So that trap is just great if you're Kermit. B point also free, so also something great for Kermit. Another trap here to the supply point. This one will probably not hit anything. 1 hit, I think, but that's just all it got, and probably not even a unit killed. So that trap was maybe a bit too far in the open. Nobody rotated into it, and nothing really got from that one. Kermit now on their move to that left hand side. B point is captured, supply point probably as well in a few seconds, and then they can just keep going to the walls and then straight to the C point. And I'm curious if bandits are ready for this one. Kermit very aggressively here, everyone going to the top of this one. why ever you would want a longsword staying on top of it instead of just staying on the ground. But I mean, if you can go up there, why don't you just do it? Nothing achieved from not doing it, so I can understand it. To get some more overview here, I feel like that trap also is into nowhere. You're not hitting anything. I mean, you still got 9 left, but I would say at least having 3 traps per push plus 1 or 2 for some baits is a must-have, and there are 3 pushes left. That's just 3 more pushes you can do, and still throwing those traps, it's only 8 left. I mean, you will probably never need 3 traps in one push. You will probably be fine with 8 traps, but you can't really rotate anymore. You can't really go for some fakes, for some rotations, and then throwing traps into that one, as there are even more traps being called here. 7 traps left. It's getting really close here, and those traps, I mean, you can throw them if you get some value. That's good. That's some value there, but in the end, Bandits, they are not committing. Where's the Bandits? The C point is almost captured, trap being thrown into nothing, and the Bandits are running into the trap. That's quite some nice damage there, but the Bandits are too afraid to engage on that one. I really like the blob from Kermit, and they are just fully sending it to the endpoint. That's just a full send trap in the back. They will just have to hold on to this one in the back, and right now it's kinda anyone's game here. Nobody really has the perfect setup. Flames from Kermit are being pushed here from the side, so that one will be gone in a few seconds. But Kermit, it feels like they get some upper hand here inside the city. At least they will be able to fight back through the gate. Respawners, of course, will come from the other side. Will Kermit go to the endpoint? Can they go there? Oh, and the gate is closed. The gate is closed, so Kermit, they can now just go to the endpoint. No one there. Oh my goodness, Bandits, they were too afraid to engage, and right now they have nothing left on the point. They can't really engage anymore. Pikes there to stop the Hussars halfway through. Cav from behind, and Bandits are trying to step onto the endpoint. 2 heroes on the endpoint fighting with the lives for it. The third one also there. So 3 heroes there, but oh my goodness, Bandits, you have to come back. I see a cavalry from the right side here coming in, charging straight over the point. Good job there. At least getting rid of some of the units, but the cavalry will be out of charge here. Right now, cavalry, it has to get somewhere where it can charge correctly here over the units. That charge could do some damage, but oh my goodness, that's it. Okay, Bandits finally in control over their own home point, but Kermit, they now have also the outer supply point captured, so still, Bandits, why did you not just fall back? I'm so curious to see teams do that. You can either fall back or engage on the C point, but not doing both just results in exactly what we can see here. Bandits in the lead in tier 5 and tier 2. I mean, they almost only brought that stuff, so they still have a good lead here in tier 5 with 60. Then the disadvantage in tier 4, I think it's 80 at disadvantage. Then also some disadvantage in tier 3, but then tier 2 is massive. So Bandits is still in a good position, but if they would have just dropped the supply point, it would have been exactly the same picture. Exactly the same, just fall back to the endpoint and you would still have half your endpoint more than that. So still curious why they didn't just fall back. But good job from Kermit getting half the endpoint, and now they only have one half to go there. So that's around 10 seconds on the point, and then you got it. Rotation to the right, we've seen it multiple times today. That's just the way you want to go there. And from there you can just move down, move into the city itself, and try to get onto the home point while your cavalry comes from the main gate and goes for some crazy flank charges. But right now, Kermit not really willing to make a move here. And just as I say that, Kermit is moving down the stairs, going into the city. And I just love those blobs from Kermit. I feel like Bandits are not really that good in grouping up. Kermit just walking as one blob, and that's so devastating for Bandits because they can't really go in there. Because anyone going in there right now will just be immediately wiped, immediately dealt with, because all of those units, or most of those units, are some units like shield mains, Modaus, and sergeants with spear that have, of course, abilities, but most of their damage comes from either abilities that have a cooldown of 4 seconds, or are just normal cover commander damage dealers. So they don't need to use their abilities if there's one unit coming in, and that's a flank coming from the top. Bandits with the shield mains flank from the top, going straight into the back while Kermit is attacking the front. Flames are shooting in. Those flames are so massive. Bandits in the defense really struggling to hold on to it. Paladins trying to move forwards, but those flames, look at them flames. Oh my goodness, all the defensive setup wiped from Bandits, but those rat and pikes here from the side, that's so many of them. Flames this time around shooting into the back. Beautiful position from that flames. Salty, I think Planter it is really good in controlling those flames just back and forth, but now the cavalry comes in, and that's just cavalry from all sides. Hussars charging in from the back. Modaus, it felt like they were not braced at all. Even there's 3 or 4 pieces of them in that block, but the point is being captured. That's only 8 seconds left or something. That's a must go in. Hussars not going in straight from the back, going to the side. Modaus will rotate to that side, and that's just so much anti-cav. That's exactly what I've talked about. All those units of cavalry will not be able to break through against those many Modaus. Hussars going in, those are just going straight through, but they are not really harming the units on the point. The Imperial Spear Guards going on the point. Hussars from the back charging in, charging straight across the point, and those Modaus were facing the wrong direction. Completely wiped. And that point could be good for one more time. That there are still some rat and pikemen from Kermit, and I feel like those rat and pikemen, they're just everywhere. Everyone has them everywhere. You can see those rat and pikemen roaming around, running around, dealing some damage, and it feels like they don't want to die. They're just in every fight. They're just always dealing damage, slowly getting taken down, but there will be always reinforcements of them. And right now, last units remaining, it feels like, for Bandits are the tier 2 units. But have a look on the tier 1 units from Kermit. That's so many tier 1 units, and tier 2 units, they can really get stuff going. Tier 1 units can't. Tier 1 units are just complete waste of leadership, unit count, whatever you want to call it. They are just not good for anything, it feels like, apart from just dying and tanking the damage with their own health. But that's just all you can say about tier 1. So both teams kinda even. 4 minutes 30 left, around 4 to 5 seconds on the point needed from Kermit to get stuff going. And looking at that blob, they can just easily do that. They just need to push Bandits from the point one last time. And I just didn't see any units here on the point. Where are the units? Hussars being wiped immediately from the range of Kermit. And there's nothing on the point. Only 4 to 5 seconds needed. And no one is on the point from Bandits. What are you going to do here? Bandits going on the point. 4 seconds needed now. Hussars charging in straight back to back. Hussars charges here. But the cavalry from Kermit also going in. And that blob is slowly moving forwards. Imperial Pike March going into the charge of the Hussars from the left hand side. I think it was Cutelius going in. Also Cutelius here from the right hand side, trying to get some damage going. But you can just see it there. Bandits, no chance. Too much cavalry against too much anti-cav. And that's exactly the problem they are facing right now. They can't deal with the Modaus. Few more seconds and then we are good here for Kermit. That's just only 2 more seconds. Maybe only 1 more second. Let's see it here. Last hero on the point is the Pike. Pike being dealt with. 1 second. There we go. GG's. Well played. Kermit takes the victory. And like that, Bandits sadly 0-2 loss. Also, Bandits out here. Salty Planter, 2 hero kills, 157 unit kills, and 288 troop kill score. I would assume it's the most contribution points from him. And then down the list we have Silent Warrior, 7 hero kills. He has got the most hero kills in the whole lobby. On the other side, Bandits MVP is Bandit Targi with 1 hero kill, 142 unit kills, almost 1.4k troop kill score, massive game from him, and the most heroes killed in his team, Shirano in the bottom with 4. Sadly, not enough, and we can just head straight to the post-battle analysis. And here we go. We can see some of the units of Kermit being wiped here outside the city. Good job with the cannons to get those gone. But then first fight, bigger loss for the defense. Was kinda okay. I felt also like that